here, you nearly, I think you got a call from McCartney to play with.
Yeah.
Possibility of playing with him.
That's the word, possibility.
How long did that? How far down the road did that go? Was that?
I was in Pace Ashton Lawn. I was working with John and Ian, and that came to an end. Really, that came to an end. It was a terrific thing to be involved with, and Howie Casey, the sax player, the legendary sax player, he was the.
He was also on the Jack Bruce album.
Yes. Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He's on the Pace Ashton Lawn. He was in charge of the horn section.
Yeah.
During the time we were recording Malice, Wings played at the Munich Olympia.
Right.
We went to see them, we met them up, and in between then and me getting back to London, Jimmy McCulloch, my old mate, had left the band, and Howie had been with Paul and said, we said, we've got to get another guitarist, and he said, I know just the guy.
Right.
So I called a number to say, I said, thanks for calling, Howie told us about you. Yeah, great, Paul's, and it's not an audition thing, just come and have a play, and if you like what you're doing, each other.
Yeah.
So it was all that. Can you give us a call in a couple of weeks?
Yes.
So I called in a couple of weeks, and I called another week after that, a week after that. Paul was in America. In the end, it was like 6 weeks. I needed a gig.
Yeah.
And I went to see Frankie Miller, the great Frankie, at the Rainbow, and I bumped into David. And I said, what are you doing here? And he said, I'm here to put a band together. And he said, I hear you're joining Macca. And I said, well, no. It was, I said, well, maybe not. I said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm putting a band together. He said, I'd like to have you involved in it. He said, but I don't think I can match what deal. I said, there is no deal, there's no offer. And it's been 6 weeks. So then I had to call the office and say, hello, you better not consider me for that situation because I'm forming a band with a guy from Deep Purple. And that was it. And then 10 years later, I was with him at the Hard Rock with Zach Starkey. And Zach said, oh, Paul, you know Bernie? And I said, no, he doesn't know me, And he said, oh, Mr. Marsden, he said, the man who turned me down. And I said, oh, don't you remember that? He said, because I wondered if you were any relation to Jerry Marsden. So he's got a good memory. It was a real dilemma at the time,
I'm sure it was.
Looking back on it, I think it was the right call.
Well, the album's called Shine. There it is again, ladies and gentlemen. It's on Provogue Records. When's it coming out? Any idea?
August, mid-August.
Mid-August.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to ask you about is completely unrelated to that. Is the fact you've also got another little strand of a career as an actor. Has that still being pursued?
No. I had a career as an actor because people just wanted me in their projects. And they said, well, can you stand around and say words? And I said, well, I can manage that.
Yeah.
So, no, the second part of it was I did 2 sessions at the National Theatre.
Yeah.
And they were both Shakespeare productions. They were big deals. It was great. But I wasn't in the cast. I was in the musical part. But in The Winter's Tale, part of my gig, I had to be on stage.
Right.
So the other thing it was fabulous.
Yeah.
And actors worked. I had a really good time. Some great people. But what was good for me at that time, especially, it was only into the new millennium really, was I had to be there every day at a certain time, which is most unusual for musicians.
Yes,
Actors, it's different. If I'm not there at 6:30, there's no show. If I haven't got my dep in.
No.
And what are you going to do? So it was good. It was good for me. It was good. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't want to do it every day.
No.
But it was good.
Anyway, Bernie, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. It's been Pete Feenstra talking to Bernie Marsden for GetReadyToRock.com. Thanks to Mary on the camera and Mark on the camera.
Mark on the camera today. On camera.
Good afternoon.